everyone! Welcome to The Buzz. I'm Jackson. What are you doing? This is when you say, like...
Okay, but this is how you're opening the show?
What do you mean? Yes, what's wrong with this?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for you to do something crazy. I haven't forgotten the last time you sprayed me with a spray bottle full of water because I sneezed.
Ancient history, alright?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Ancient history. Well, look, I'm not gonna do that again, alright? I don't know where the bottle actually went. I'm just doing a normal introduction because I'm not a clown, you know?
I didn't realize that normal was in your vocabulary.
Wow! Okay, you know, you can be really hurtful sometimes.
I mean, it's not like I'm wrong.
Okay. Can we just go on with the show, alright? We're going to be talking about a very huge thing Leia is doing. And Megan's waiting to do her Toby's Friends of the Week, you know? And I'm really, really excited to talk about my fairy tale that I'm gonna ruin.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
That's super creepy. Well, watch all you want. Now, I want to prove to you that I can do a perfectly normal intro.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Remember, like, how literally just a second... Okay, well, technically not like a second ago. It was like several seconds ago. But by the time you watch...
Okay,
after it's edited...
get to the point. Get on with it, Jackson.
Okay. We mentioned how Leia is doing a super huge... I mean, like, bigger than anything we've ever done. It's insane. Like, bigger than the spring parade, which was pretty awesome, if you ask me. If I might add, you know, just...
Okay. Leia has started the process of fundraising so that we can buy the building we are currently renting. Leia is trying to buy a forever home and make it the permanent Imaginarium Studios.
This is awesome! It's super exciting! I've been with Leia for a very long time, like more than half my life, which is insane to think about. And I've seen us go through many buildings. I mean, just a little history lesson. Leia used to hold classes in our local library after hours, and that's when I joined up. I was 7 when I joined up. And there we would practice, you know, for our little theater productions in the small meeting room, and we had several plays out of that building. And then, after this, we used to have a building in the very back of a large property that used to be the state school.
Didn't that also used to be an asylum?
Yes, but that's beside the point. Also, if I might ask, it was very disturbing. We tried to our best with what we had to fix up the building we had been given, but we couldn't do it on our own. Promises were made that were never fully fulfilled, and long story short, we couldn't stay there. So we moved.
So after this, Leia moved temporarily to a warehouse that was located just over the bridge.
Yes, a very nice man, a director we knew, let us stay there for a while on our own. We packed up all of our things and moved everything there. But it was summer and the place didn't have any air conditioning.
Okay, I mean, we're not unused to that. Have you seen the building we're in, the area we're in right now?
Yeah, I mean, our own band is called No AC for a reason, man. Just look at this. Look at the sweat on my forehead. It's hot back here.
Nobody wants to look at that.
Anyways, that building was only temporary, but it gave us enough time to find another place, right? Which was a small place, literally right next door to our current building. Actually, it's part of our current building now.
It was a small place, but Leia still continued to strive forward. Eventually, the owner of our current building retired and we moved in. And this is where we want to stay. This place is everything we need in a building.
Yes, this is why we are trying very hard to raise the money to buy the building. How great would it be to have a permanent place finally? Leia impacts the lives of so many people in such a positive way. We create and bring art into the world, and we just want a place where we can always continue to do that and serve our local community.
I know that Leia has impacted my life in a huge way. It is such an important program, so we are reaching out and asking everyone, if they can, to help us with this effort to buy our building. Please, anything you can contribute would be wonderful.
We are on a time crunch to buy the building, so if you can help, we greatly appreciate it. Also, please let everyone you know about what we are trying to do here. Share away.
Yes, please help Leia continue to be Leia strong. We will have a link to our GoFundMe in the description. If you would like to donate or share it, it will be right there. Hey Megan, do you mind if I join you for Toby's Friends today?
Not at all. Everyone needs to hear about this beautiful boy. This is Ralph, who is a Beagle and Doberman mix. He is the most beautiful coat. He was adopted when he was a puppy, but was later returned when he got too big and his family said that they didn't have any room or time for him.
Oh no, that's terrible. I honestly don't understand how people can do that. Like, you get this dog as a puppy, knowing that the dog's gonna grow up. No dog is gonna stay a puppy forever.
I know, it's really sad. Now he's about 90 pounds and he's so big, but he's so sweet and lovable. He gets along with everyone and just wants to be your friend. He is fixed, heartworm free, and crate and house trained.
He sounds like a wonderful dog.
He really is. If you're interested in adopting Ralph, you can check him out at takepawsrescue.org. Also, check out some of the upcoming adoption events in your area if you want to find your next best friend.
I gotta figure out a way to convince my parents to adopt another dog.
Same. All these dogs are so cute. They make me want to have one so badly.
I can't imagine not having a dog. You can also check out adoption events and see dogs available on Facebook.
You know, I'm really starting to love these segments. Welcome back to another Fairy Tale Twist. Today we're... Hey, wait. Which one of you is doing this with me? I need a Disney lover to tell the story to. Hi, how's it going, Megan? I thought last time you said you wouldn't do another one of these.
Me and Lorelai did rock, paper, scissors, and I lost.
Okay, you two are being really dramatic. Is listening to a fairy tale that bad? Like, seriously. Sure, it ruins the beloved Disney story, but the real one is so much better. Jeez.
That's a matter of opinion. And do you really want to talk about being dramatic?
Alright, I sense that I am going to lose this argument. Alright, let's get on with the story, right?
Which one will you be doing today?
The Little Mermaid!
No! I love that one! It's so good and I love the song. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? When you think my collection's complete, when you think I'm the girl who has everything.
Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders does one cavern hold? Yeah, I'll admit, it's a pretty good song. But the original story is really good too. It was written by Hans Christian Andersen in 1836. So it's a classic. It starts with introduction, the Sea King who rules in the kingdom under the sea, the same as the original, the movie. He has 6 beautiful daughters, all of whom are cared for by his mother. The most beautiful of them all was the youngest daughter, who was the most quiet and thoughtful. Though she had many things, Treasures Untold, how they cover,
Yeah.
there was only one thing she truly treasured, and that was a marble statue of an handsome boy.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, Disney wouldn't be able to get away with not making the movie completely different from the original, alright? Anyways, at the age of 15, the mermaids were permitted to go to the surface and see for themselves the wonder of the world above. The princesses were each 1 year apart from each other, and gradually all of them got their chance and went to the surface. The youngest daughter, who was the most eager to go, listened to each of her sister's stories with excitement, ready for her turn to go to the surface. As the princesses grew older, and with allowance to go to the surface whenever they pleased, they began to become indifferent to the world. This did not break the Little Mermaid's excitement, though. When it was finally her turn, she went to the surface and saw a ship. From the distance, she saw the most handsome man she'd ever seen. Well, I guess, the only man she'd ever seen, because it was her first time at the surface. Mm-hmm. And she fell in love with him because love stories.
Love at first sight.
Stop. Well, I guess. But, because you can totally fall in love with someone without even knowing them or meeting them in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Of course you would believe that. Anyways, just then, a storm hit and the ship went crashing down into the sea. Yeah, I know it follows the movie. I can hear you saying it from here. When the Little Mermaid saw this, she jumped into action and saved the prince from drowning. She then delivered him to shore and waited with him until a young man from the temple found him and brought him back to his palace. Yeah, I know, it's still following the movie. To her dismay, the prince never sees the Little Mermaid or knows that she is the one who saved his life. Yeah, I know, it still slightly follows the movie. Once back in the sea, the Little Mermaid cannot get the prince out of her mind. She asked her grandmother if humans can live forever. The grandmother explains that humans have a much shorter life than mermaids, who live to be 300 years old. Woo, man. Nice. Yeah, geez. However, when the humans dies, their soul goes up to heaven and lives on, while a mermaid becomes sea foam and ceases to exist.
Wow, that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, don't you think? What would you rather? A longer lifespan, but ceasing to exist afterwards, or the chance to live on in, like, the afterlife? Anyways, the Little Mermaid saw this as a problem, as she and the prince were very different. As if the fact that she could breathe underwater and had a tail and gills wasn't of a difference enough. She still longed to be with her prince and wanted an eternal soul so she can live on with him. So she went to go see a sea witch.
What's her name, Ursula?
Shut up, it doesn't mention a name, alright? Yeah. Okay, but I imagine that's her character. Stop looking at me. The witch willingly sells her a potion that would give her legs, but in exchange for her, can you guess?
Her voice.
Yeah. Wow, you got it right. As it was the most beautiful voice in all the sea. I can't believe this follows the movie so well. The Little Mermaid agrees to this, but this was not the only condition to her getting legs. And let me tell you, the cons outweighed the pros quite heavily.
Wow.
Almost like the crashing of waves. Must have died. And to the credit of the sea witch, Ursula, she did warn the Little Mermaid to all of this.
So she's not as sneaky and manipulative in the movie as the movie suggests, like in the movie.
Well, I don't think so, actually. She's just a woman who, you know, makes deals. Anyway, she told the Little Mermaid that once she drinks the potion, it will feel like a sword is going through her, but she will have 2 human legs, and she will be able to dance like no human has ever danced before. But each step she takes will feel like she's walking on knives. And then after all of that, she will only get a soul if the prince falls in love with her, too, and marries her, as his soul would, you know, flow into hers, and then for them to share. It's kind of complicated, alright? Also, how would you drink a potion underneath the sea? Anyways.
I can guess they be soulmates?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I guess that's one way to put it. But if she fails to make the prince fall in love with her and he marries someone else on the dawn of the next day after the wedding, she will turn into sea foam and cease to exist. So, I would definitely say more cons than pros. I mean, you have to deal with all of that, and for what? A guy who you never officially met?
It's a story, Jackson.
Still, like, come on. Seriously. You know what, anyways, for whatever reason, she agrees. Like, are you stupid? I mean, she's only 15. I can't imagine that she has a very good decision making. She agrees to go with this and goes to the shore and takes the potion. Just as the witch said, the potion felt like a sword was going through her, and she passed out on the beach in pain.
I bet.
Yeah, I would bet. She is found by the prince on the beach, and he is mesmerized by her beauty and grace. Even if she can't talk, she dances for him, which mesmerizes him even farther. Though the entire time she is in excruciating pain.
Wow. He must really love him. I'd probably not doing that for a guy I first met. I never met.
Yeah, and a great tolerance for pain, too. Just saying. The two became companions, often accompanying each other on outings, and the Little Mermaid is thrilled to explore the world outside the sea. However, despite spending a lot of time with each other, the prince does not fall in love with her. His parents are pressuring him to marry a princess in the neighboring kingdom, but he tells the Little Mermaid that he does not want to do this. He is in love with someone else.
Something tells me that it isn't her.
Nope! You're right! He's in love with a young woman from the temple. The one who found him after the Little Mermaid saved him. Because he believes she saved him from the shipwreck. Yeah, that's right. And this entire time, the Little Mermaid can't correct him and say she saved him. And conveniently, because this is a fairy tale, it turns out that the temple woman is actually the princess in the neighboring kingdom. Ha! So the prince declares his love for her, and their marriage is announced immediately.
Seriously?
Well, this is what she gets, alright, for falling in love with someone that she didn't even know, alright? It sucks. He sucks. The prince and the princess get married. Little Mermaid's heart breaks. Oh, sadness. She gave up everything and endured so much pain for this dude. And he doesn't even reciprocate anything. Nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. She awaits the death that will come in the form of sea foam when her sisters come to her. They give her a dagger, given to them by the sea witch, in exchange for locks of their hair.
Why does a witch need their hair?
I don't know. Don't ask questions, alright? She's a witch. Just don't question it. Why did she need the Little Mermaid's voice, alright? And why do they need, like, fingers and stuff to make potions? Because they need stuff to brew them, alright? I don't know. Maybe she'll make voodoo dolls or something. Anyways, they tell their sister that if she kills the prince and drips his blood on her feet, she will regain her tail and become a mermaid again, ceasing the pain and suffering she's endured. She'd even be able to live 300 years again. However, the Little Mermaid cannot bring herself to kill the prince, and she throws herself off the ship with a dagger and dissolves in the sea foam.
Wow, that's really horrible. Thanks, Jackson, for ruining The Little Mermaid for me.
You're welcome.
I don't think I can ever watch that movie again in the same way.
I'm not done, actually.
Should I be happy?
No. But instead of ceasing to exist, she becomes a luminous and ethereal spirit. She is then greeted by others who have suffered the same fate due to their search for an eternal soul. And because of her selflessness from not killing the prince, she is given the chance to earn her soul by doing good deeds for 300 years. After this, her soul can ascend to heaven. Boom! What do you think about that?
The story was written in 1836.
Yes.
So the mermaid still has 115 years left to do good deeds in order to go to heaven.
Yep. Well, I mean, if that's the case, a good deed she can do is letting this pandemic end. Like, seriously, get on it. Jeez,
yes,
come
please.
on. Where have you been? If she did that, that would, like, shoot her right up to heaven, I'm sure.
Okay, so there were many parts of the story that were terrible.
Absolutely.
The prince not loving her back.
Absolutely.
Turning to sea foam.
What a jerk.
Legs that feel like knives.
I mean, everybody feels like that sometimes.
But the ending is not too bad.
Not terrible.
She doesn't get to be with the prince, but she can go to heaven. Better than ceasing to exist.
Well, if I were her, I would go to heaven and find the prince and tell him off. I mean, that would probably get me sent straight down to a bad place, but it'd be worth it. So, did I ruin it for you?
You sound very hopeful.
I am!
It's not the worst.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll find one that will truly shatter everything you love about this story. I promise you that.
Okay then. Lola, you're doing the next one. I'm gonna go do Toby's friends now.
Yeah, good luck with that. You gotta win rock, paper, scissors first. You cheat. Well, this was a really fun episode, and I would be so down if someone would make the movie version of that version of Little Mermaid. Like, even if it didn't include part of your world, which is totally a pop.
I mean, I guess it could be considered a horror movie.
I guess so.
What's the next one, Jackson? I want to be prepared.
Well, maybe it'd be more like a goth flick. Also, no, absolutely not. You don't understand how this works. It's always a surprise. But just know I want to keep topping the ones I've done.
Oh, good lord.
Anyways, Toby's friend was really nice too, and I might just go down to one of those adoption events and respectfully admire all the puppies through the window and totally not break in. To liberate the dogs from the
Okay, let me
cages.
know. I'll go with you and stop you from
supervise.
breaking in. Stop you from breaking in. And I would love to meet Ralph.
And definitely not break in and steal the dogs. Anyways, we'd also like to remind everyone that the link to our fundraiser for the building will be in the description below. And we would love for you to help. If you can donate and or share the link, it would be absolutely appreciated.
Well, that's it for the buzz. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Make sure to tune in for next week's episode. I'm Lorelai.
And I'm Jackson. Wait, what? No, wait, I'm supposed to say it
keep it
first.
going.
Okay, I will, and I'll see you next time around the hive, but that isn't right. What?
Bye.
Bye.